Hello everyone, so welcome to today's video. I wanted to do somewhat of a kind of get ready with me on this Tarte kit that I had showed you in my last video, which was last week in my haul. And I wanted to just kind of show you how these pieces work and how to put them together for a look. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of just do that together on camera today. Please bear with me. I'm sure you can tell the sound of my voice. It's a bit off. I've been under the weather for the last couple of days, and I feel like I need to just kind of break through from that and put makeup on and feel like normal. So I thought I'm just going to sit here and turn the camera on and do this with you guys because I've missed you guys. I have the Tarte Not Your Average Nudes kit. I got this not that long ago from Ulta. I think it's an Ulta exclusive. And it comes with the Lippie pencil, or Lippie Lingerie. It's like one of those chubby pencil type of products. In the shade Exposed, it is a matte finish. You also get the Tarte Pro Glow Liquid Highlighter, which I've never tried, so we're going to do that on camera together. You also get an eyeshadow, the metallic eyeshadow in the shade Exposed, which I showed these pieces in the haul video, so if you haven't seen it, check out the video here. But it's a pretty rose gold type of shade. And then you get also a blush, the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Exposed, which I have used this before years past, and also currently, since I bought this kit, this is the only blush that I've been using because this shade actually works with pretty much anything that you want as far as like eyeshadows. Whatever you put on, that sort of works with it, so I figured we'll do this together. I have my base already done and concealer. I will have everything listed down below. I did some little mixing of a couple different things for my sort of foundation-y type of product. It's my CC cream mixed with another foundation. My powder, concealer that I always use, brows, everything will be listed down below. So if you want to know what else I'm wearing, if I can talk, then it'll be listed for you down below. So I think I'm going to start with the eyes today. I did put a little bit of primer on. I have this mini Smashbox Photo Finish lid primer in the shade Light. I just took a tiny bit of that and just dabbed it over my lids and blended it up to the crease. And for a while I wasn't too much of a fan of this, and I think it was just because my eye area was a little bit on the dry side at the time that I tried it, but it actually works really well, blends nicely, and prevents creasing, which is great. I also busted out the Maneater since we are doing some Tarte products. I figured a Tarte eyeshadow palette would be ideal for this look. So we're going to start with the eyes today. I don't know where I have been. This brush has been in my collection for quite some time, and I decided to bust it out again. It's a concealer brush, but I use it for eyeshadow, and it's awesome. It's just like a flat kind of paddle shaped brush. And I'm going to take the color called Passion, which is the lightest, one of the lightest shades, but it's also matte in this palette. And I'm going to put that right over everything just to kind of set that primer. And I'm going to bring that color all the way through the brow. And with this brush, it's quite large. As you can see, in comparison to my eye, it's humongous. So it takes like no time at all to slap on some eyeshadow. So I'm going to take the eyeshadow from this palette, the Exposed, and I'm going to do this all over the lid, and I'm going to see how this looks first. I have used this once before for a one shadow look, and I love it. So it's really pretty, like a rose gold. It is very metallic, in your face type of color. Swatch it there. As you can see, that just reflection of it is quite pretty. Just going to load it up and apply that directly on to my lids. And I think that this color works really well with my olive top. These eyeshadows are super creamy, and I suspect that if you have issues with creasing, that you may want to put some type of primer underneath as well with these ones because they're so creamy. And so I'm going to take that brush and just kind of wedge that right into the crease area as well. And then I'm going to come in with another brush, just any fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to soften those edges out. We can blend that later with some more eyeshadow, but I'm just working those edges just a little bit. Alright, so then I want to add just a little bit of some matte in the crease. So what I'm going to do is take the color called Purr, which is this one right here. It's like a kind of tannish rosy matte shade. Take that same crease brush, and I'm just going to go right around the edges and soften that so it just kind of blends more seamlessly. Again, this is optional. You don't have to do this. And if you get too much like I do, you can always go back to the first shade, which is that matte, and go around the edges and tone that down. I think I went up a little too high on this one. Let's do the same thing on the other eye. And I'm going to use a flat definer brush for this step. And I'm going to use the shade called Midnight, which is a dark brown. It's also matte, so any dark brown will work. And just put that right close to the root of the lashes. And then I always like to blend out my lower lash line with a pencil brush. This is the MAC 219. I'm going to just blend out those edges. You could also use your finger if you are in a rush. I'm going to take just a little bit of that brown on the very tip of this pencil brush and go right in this part in here, just to kind of soften that part there where it ends, and then go underneath a little bit more. Super easy. And if you get this brush like this, these flat ones that I always use, and you kind of stamp at the root of the lashes, it almost creates the illusion that you have like a nude in the waterline, because you're not putting this on the waterline or any liner, so that contrast keeps the eyes open, which is why I like this brush. I would recommend it. This is an old one from Sigma. It has the SS212 on it when they first came out, I don't know, 8-9 years ago, maybe longer. So they've changed the numbers, but any flat brush like this is something that I would recommend everybody have. This is really good. And of course a pencil brush. And then I have this brush from Sigma as well, the Blending E36. It's a very thin, very wispy style brush that you could use to add a little bit of a color, kind of like a halo around some crease eyeshadow colors. And I like to use this for the inner corner because it is so light and it barely picks up any product. And I'm going to use a little bit of the shade called Lace, which is very light and super kind of glowy. Put a swatch there so you guys can see. It's very, very shiny. So this brush is perfect because it picks up just a bit. And this is going to go in my inner corner here, just to kind of brighten this up. So you guys can see that. It looks really pretty. Just a little bit there. And then whatever's left, I'm going to go right underneath the brow. Maybe pick up a touch more. Now, you could do liquid liner. I have been doing the smudged black eyeshadow for liner. I've even shown it to you before in a previous video. So I won't bore you with that because that's just pretty simple. But I am going to tightline first with a black eyeliner before doing anything else on the eyes. And I'm going to put some black eyeshadow, the same one that's in this palette. And then, of course, mascara, which will be the L'Oreal Voluminous. So once I do that, I'll be back so we can work on the rest of the face. Alright, so I have done my eyeliner, which is just the black eyeshadow smudged and then kind of blended a little bit. Mascara, the L'Oreal one, which is my favorite from the drugstore. I didn't show it, but I do want to mention this brush. This is from Delium Tools. It's the 718 Tiny Pencil Brush. This has been the absolute best pencil to do any sort of smudging of eyeliner, whether it's a smudge of pencil liner or eyeshadows that you use as liner. This brush is extremely tiny and gives you a lot of like precise detail work. It is so good. You can even use it to smudge under the lower lash line. It is really good. One of my favorites. Highly would recommend this to everyone. Highly would recommend. Does it make sense? I would recommend this to everyone. Okay, so moving on. We're going to do blush. And I'm going to use the Exposed blush that comes in the kit with my Eco Tools Define brush, which is a perfect brush for blush. And again, just kind of loading it up. Again, this color is one of those that can be used with anything. And I just like to kind of swirl it and kind of on the apples of the cheek and then bring it upwards. And I'm not applying a lot of pressure. So you kind of smile, find the apples of your cheek, and then blend circular motions and then pull it up. Alright, so moving on to highlighter, I'm going to use the liquid highlighter. This is the Pro Glow Tarte in the shade Exposed. And I did swatch this in my last video, the haul video that I was showing it, that I had purchased some things. And it is very golden, and I like to use the Face Sculpting 977 brush from Delium Tools to apply liquid highlighters, anything kind of glowy. So I'm going to kind of work this product from my hand into the brush. And then I'm just going to kind of just lightly tap over the high points of my face and then maybe blend it out with my finger. Now, This is like very, like kind of golden. I think this would look absolutely beautiful on someone with a tan skin tone or maybe even a deeper skin tone. This would look absolutely beautiful. It's not like my favorite blowing my socks off type of highlighter. It is really pretty, and it would be really nice for the summertime because everything is sort of bronzy and gold for summer anyways, and everybody likes the sort of J-Lo bronze kind of glow goddess type of look. So this is definitely right up that alley. But for me, I just feel like the gold shimmer that's in it is almost like it's kind of sitting on my face, and I'm applying more to kind of blend it out, and it's just not working very well. Maybe because I have a little bit of powder on. I have no idea, but I mean, the overall effect is really pretty. Is it my favorite? No, but I think it's pretty for, you know, the summertime. Just a little bit down the nose, Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to do the lips, which is the Lip Lingerie. This is the matte tint, it says, in the shade Expose, which I've used this before, and I like these. Love the style of just kind of scribble this on and you're out the door type of color. And applicator, it's like the best of both worlds. An easy color, put it on in a stoplight. You don't have to use a mirror. This keeps it sort of easy to apply, the applicator. As I mentioned in my last video, since I did wear this before that video, I like the formula of it. Even though it says it's a matte finish, it feels very satiny and very comfortable. I can move my lips and feel like the product is still moving. It's not slippery like a gloss, and it's not dry like a lip stain or a matte liquid lip. Now, over some time, after a few minutes, this will kind of sort of dry down a bit. But again, it's not like the liquid lipsticks that dry down and it feels like every bit of moisture has been sucked out of your lips. It's a very comfortable formula, and that's why I thoroughly enjoy that, because I do like the way matte lips look, but I don't like the super dry where it looks very shriveled like a raisin. No. And then I don't like the after effect of once I remove it off that my lips are severely dry and like peeling or cracked. I've had that happen, and that's why I'm not a big fan of liquid lip products. There's quite a few exceptions to that I feel like are comfortable and wearable, but overall, I like something that's more kind of slightly matte, but have that satiny kind of slip to it where it feels comfortable. So that completes everything for the look using this kit. I think it's a really good kit. For me, the only thing that I am not happy with is the Pro Glow liquid highlighter. I feel like, I mean, I like the tone of it, but I can, from a distance, I can see the gold specks just kind of sitting on my skin. It doesn't kind of melt into the skin as I would have preferred, or as I have been accustomed to with other liquid products. If I think of, off the top of my head, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors, it blends to a point where it almost looks like, I mean, you can see it, it's glowy, it's in your face, bam, you can see me coming, but you can tone it down. But what I like about it is that those actually blend very well over foundations, and they look like it's your skin, or you can't even see. It's very seamless from where it starts and ends. Where this, I can actually really see this, and I blended it out, used my finger, and it's just not my favorite thing. So for me, I'm not super big on this, but that's, again, that's my personal preference. Doesn't mean that you won't enjoy it. I love the blush. I think all the pieces in this kit are really good size. I think this is full size, the Lip Lingerie. The eyeshadow, I would say, is full size as well. I can't imagine that this is a mini size, because it is a normal pan size in a cute little packaging, which I adore this color. I think it's really pretty. Really nice kind of summertime color, springtime color, very easy to use with any matte shadows. You can use it on its own for a one shadow look. It's a pretty good value, so if you are interested in any of these pieces, I would recommend that you try this kit out. And if you haven't, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I do appreciate you so much for spending some of your day here with me. Thank you so much for watching, for being you. Please subscribe for more videos in the future. You can follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and I will see you there. Bye-bye.